A man sat motionless beneath the weak glow of a single lamp. Around him were shelves filled with journals, maps, photographs, and scraps of papers. Not records of one life, but records of worlds. Entire worlds. When he finally spoke, his voice was calm, not because he was at peace, but because he had exhausted every other emotion centuries ago. Most people misunderstand my condition. His fingers rested upon a weathered notebook. They hear my story and imagine immortality. A bitter smile touched his face. They think I am the luckiest man alive. His smile vanished. They are wrong. He looked towards the darkened window. Have you ever heard of the idea that somewhere, whenever a choice exists, reality divides? The question hung unanswered. Most versions of that theory suggest a comforting lie. His eyes hardened. They claim consciousness always follows survival, that no matter how impossible the odds become, there will always be a version of you that lives. He shook his head. I wish that were true. The room grew silent. My curse is the opposite. I do not move towards survival. I move towards tragedy. The man stood and walked slowly towards a wall covered in maps. Thousands of pins marked places across hundreds of worlds. The universe creates countless possibilities. Some are better, some are worse. For reasons I do not understand, I awaken only within the bleakest of branches. When catastrophe can happen, I witness that catastrophe. When civilizations fall, I awaken among the ruins. When history fractures, I emerge on the broken side. A world where nuclear war occurred in the 1980s. Another. A world where a plague erased half of humanity. A world where supernatural creatures revealed themselves. A world where reality itself became unstable. Again and again, it took me centuries to realize the pattern. I thought I was simply unlucky. Then I noticed something impossible. I could remember worlds that should have been far more likely than the ones I inhabited. Worlds where disasters were prevented, worlds where peace prevailed, worlds where people survived. I remembered them, but I never woke up there. Thus, I began studying the pattern. I became an archivist of failure. I tracked probabilities, outcomes, historical divergences. The conclusion was unavoidable. If reality branches endlessly, my consciousness is somehow being drawn towards the least favorable outcomes. Not merely unfortunate outcomes, the worst outcomes. Imagine 1,000 possible futures. In 999, humanity survives. In one, humanity destroys itself. I always wake up in that one. Every time. I have spent centuries walking through the graveyard of possibility, a hollow, nameless wretch. I have watched history's failures accumulate. I have seen every weakness exposed, every hope extinguish. This curse is not death. It is torture. Most people see only a single narrative. They see one world, one history, one future. I see all the futures that should never have happened. I have become familiar with extinction, with despair. After enough worlds, you begin to understand something terrifying. The terrible futures are not impossible. They are merely improbable. And improbability means very little when there are infinitely many worlds. I have walked through many of them. The philosophers who imagine eternal survival ask the wrong question. They ask why consciousness continues. The real question is why consciousness ends up anywhere at all. Why this world? Why this timeline? Why this version of events? For everyone else, the answer appears random. For me, it has never been. I am not immortal. I am not blessed. I am not chosen. I am simply falling through reality, branch after branch, toward every ending creation desperately tries to avoid. I no longer believe I am traveling through the worst worlds. I believe that I am being led somewhere, to some cataclysmic end. And always, this infuriating and damnable creature, dressed in grey robes, is there to see me in my final moments. It draws closer, just like the very first time I saw it, amongst the first of my worlds. I was born into another world. I did not experience a long life. Only 4 years from the age of 7 onwards. I had a father who cared for me deeply. It was impossible not to become attached to him. That sincerity, I remember it until my final days. I remember he was attacked by someone, brutally desiccated. And as he lay there on the floor, he told me his final words.
Son. I think this is the end for me, son. Don't worry about me. You still have a long way left to go in your life. Go ahead. Walk your future. I've already reached the end of my life. But you have so much more to live for. So much, you can become so much greater. Just always remember, I will always support you, no matter what you do, because I'm proud of you, son. You're my most
No, don't say that. You still have so many years left to live. We can't let it end like this. Please don't leave me.
I'm sorry. This is the end for me. There's nothing more we can do. Just go on, escape this place, live a fulfilling life. Be happy. That's my one last wish for you.
No! No, not like this! Why? Why must the world steal you from me? I swear here and now, I will get revenge for you. Hear me, Father. I will get revenge for you. That day, I felt true despair. My father, even if it was only for a few years, I felt the love of a parent who was there for me, who did everything for me. And I tried my best to avenge him. But the person I was up against was someone far beyond me, who possessed strength of a different caliber, supernatural strength that I was not aware of. And I died. And then I woke up again. This time I was in another body. I was no longer a child. I didn't want to think of my death. It was the first time, after all. I died brutally. Ran over by a truck of all things. And I saw that vicious smile behind the wheel. I swore that I would not let this chance go to waste. No matter what, I would kill that bastard in this life. The body I was in was a young man, 24 years of age. And he tried his very best. But he died of starvation. And I took over. And I, like a man obsessed, scoured the world. I didn't realize at this time that this world was subtly different from the previous one. I was just angry. And then the day came, and an event. At this point, years had passed, and we had traded blows. Financial blows perhaps, but this time I would settle the score. We stood at an event. A public event, but I didn't care less. I was consumed by revenge and hatred. I wanted to kill him, no matter what it takes. So I stood there, amongst the people in the crowd. I stood there waiting. And then, finally, I saw him peering from the other side.
You. Not you again. Always in my damn way. Everywhere I go.
You bastard! Have you forgotten what you did to me? What you did to my father? This is no mere grievance. I will kill you. Know this.
Your father was a nobody. He was just an obstacle in my way.
How dare you speak of him like this? I rush forward and I grab your neck. We land on the floor. I try to strangle the life out of you.
I use my biocontrol, sending waves of energy through my biceps as I push him off of my body.
The push is severe. It sent me careening to a wall. You finally show your true colors. Hugo!
I've always been true to myself. You're an obstacle in my way, and I suggest you move unless you want to die here and now.
It doesn't matter. This time, I came prepared. I take out a 9mm pistol and I began firing at you.
I used my fire control to enhance my legs, expertly dodging them.
Ridiculous! Dodging bullets? You fucking monster! One by one, as we trade blows, me attempting to survive, trying to keep you at as much distance as possible. I shoot down the people behind us. They scream, terror taking them over as they drop like flies. But we do not care. This is a rivalry, a blood feud that will never end. I knew it would end up like this. I came prepared. Do you hear me, you bastard?
I hear you loud and clear. I don't care if everyone here dies, but I'm making sure you will. I launch off the ground, launching into his body, trying to animalistically maul him, it would appear from the outside.
I fall to the floor, unable to resist this tidal, this titanous fury. I'm sat there, desiccated, laying on the floor. But instead of despairing, I laugh. Oh, I knew it would end like this. I came prepared, didn't I tell you? Hugo, in this life, you will not escape me a second time. I take out, with the last of my strength, a detonator. I had brought C4 with me. I'll accompany you into hell, you demon! That was the last thing both of us saw, as the entire floor blew up. I died that day. I died a horrendous death. I died a beautiful death. I died a death I was proud of. And I thought that would be the end. This vengeful spirit could finally go to rest. I had killed him. The greatest enmity of my life. And then suddenly, I awoke again. In another world. And that's when I realized I kept coming back. Different bodies, different times, and the world was subtly different. This time, a few megacorporations didn't exist. And the Americas were never independent. There was no revolution, no civil war. They remained a colony. I was baffled. How is this possible? What is going on? And so, I continued to live. I tried to find some peace, but every single time, that wretched fear, that despair followed me. And I continued to die. Horrible and horrible deaths. I couldn't take it. Time and time again. When I found a lover, we would soon be separated. I found new parents. They would die too. Over and over and over again, they kept dying. And I would lose them. Over and over again. New names, new identities, new things to think about. In the end, I no longer knew who I was. I couldn't remember anymore. My real name, where I came from, all of it had been stolen away from me. And so, I took matters into my own hand. Every time I awoke, I took a knife or anything that was sharp and I kept cutting. I kept cutting over and over and over again until my hands, my mind no longer had the strength for the pain. And I collapsed. And I remained collapsed until I died of starvation. Just when I thought, finally, that wretched peace that came with silence, I awoke again. This time, somewhere else, somewhere new, somewhere unlike anywhere I had been to before. A place closest to my original world, or what I would call my original world. I was raised amongst a family of superhumans. Their torturous experimentation, their wretched and disgusting altars of bones, all for the sake and pursuit of power. I thought, yes, this must be hell. It must be. What else could it be? But no, I was wrong. I was one of them. And one day, I came to learn their purpose. The woman, she spoke to me. Well, you certainly are a surprise. Something didn't go right with the ritual. And it seems you've come here instead. Your spirit is abnormal. I can tell, even though my power isn't very great. I have the keenest eye amongst the Vanderlands. Do you know that? So tell me, stranger, do you know of our purpose? Do you know why we're here? The spirits tell me they don't know you. You come from far away. So far, even they don't know where you came from. So, you know then, right? What our goal is? I can see it in your eyes, You're wondering why we do all this. Is it merely for the sake of power? Maybe. Some would see it that way. But you know, don't you? What our purpose is now? The purpose to save humanity from the clawing, writhing dog shit that is the supernatural. That includes us, You're quite an amazing fellow, I took the liberty of naming you the Apex Peregrine, the nameless foreigner, traveling from world to world. Oh, we know. We know how special you are. You are truly deserving of being called the left hand of God. You are amazing. You are the most amazing talent since the clan master. You possess a power even he does not. Within you, I see our goals. I see our future even closer. What say you? Aren't you satisfied?
Who are you guys? How could people like you exist? Why? Your goal is so vast that it's awing in a sense. But why? Why me? I don't even know who I am. I don't know any of my memories. I don't even know what I'm doing all this for. I'm just nameless. I'm traveling for no purpose. I'm just an existence. No one remembers. No one will ever remember. I'm worthless. And you say I'm worthy? No. This isn't right.
The woman walks forward. She holds your cheeks, and she looks directly into your eyes. And who decides that? Tell me, nameless wretch. Who decides worth? Is it God? Well, he's not here, is he? If he was, he's doing a terrible job, right? You've suffered so much. Are you just going to stand there and take it? Don't you want revenge? Aren't you interested in creating a lasting spark? Even if no one thinks you're worthy. If you yourself believe it, you will be. Such is the grandness of nobility. Such is the grandness of sacrifice. That is what we stand for. Whether you like it or not, Nameless One, you belong with us. You came here for a reason. This is destiny. You have seen the monsters from beyond. You've seen how terribly this world will end. And you can change it. Have you ever thought that the reason why you go to the most ruined worlds is because you are meant to save them? One fractured piece at a time. Pick enough of them up, and eventually, you might find something else. But how will you ever know if you never try? Tell me this, Nameless One. Are you satisfied with being nameless? Have you no ambition? What say you?
Do I even deserve to be the noble? Do I deserve to try? I don't even know what I'm fighting for anymore. Do I deserve to have an ambition? Am I a person worthy of existence?
She cuts you off. She headbutts you. But her head's bleeding more than yours. Focus on the pain. Focus on the suffering. Do you feel that? That's proof that you are alive. And as long as you are alive, there will always be a way forward. But you must have the courage to grasp onto it. Life is meaningless. No one deserves anything. You of all people know this, do you not? So what then? Should we just give up? Die? If we're all going to die anyway, what's the harm in trying? Hold your head high. You are not a nameless wretch anymore. You're Vanderlyn. And I will be here to support you as well. You know my name, don't you? If you don't, I'll make you remember. My name is Veronica. And even if no one else in the world believes in you, at the very least, I will be there. She was right. Maybe. But I couldn't find the courage for it. I was lost. Lost at sea. And I could see no ray of light. And then, fate moves its hand again. I saw him. The same figure that had been a constant in my life, one of two. I saw Hugo. And wouldn't you know it, this girl who claims to be my sister seemed to have an affection for him. And so, my bitter rival, my hated enemy, became my friend. We sat together. It was an important day. I knew that I did not have long left. I've been able to feel it, the patterns. When I really try to pay attention, I know that I will soon face an unimaginable misfortune, and I will likely die doing so. But, is that it? Am I going to give up and accept it? Or should I try fighting? I look at him. He looks tired, jaded. I look at his bleak eyes. You look like you didn't get much sleep.
Tell me about it. It's so busy nowadays, you know.
I agree. Especially with us going to university soon, right? I've been wondering, you sure about this camping trip? It's in the middle of nowhere, you know?
I mean, isn't that the whole point of camping? The whole reason why everyone's in a craze about it? Plus, it'll be fun. We haven't had such a moment of bonding in a while, wouldn't you agree?
Huh. You really are such a strange guy. You know that?
I've been told.
You felt it, haven't you? You must have felt it. I really don't like you, Hugo Redgrave. But undeniably, you're the person who I respect most in the world.
Well, this certainly is a first for me. I'm glad to hear that. And I'll do my best to keep your respect.
There really is no need for that, I assure you. Begrudgingly, for all this time, all of our battles... Sorry, what am I saying? Well, we are rivals, aren't we?
Yeah, I guess so.
I really am jealous of you, Hugo Redgrave.
What for? Pray tell.
You wouldn't get it. But still, take care of that sister of mine. You know she's smitten with you, right?
Yeah, I'm not that dense. Don't worry. I'll do my best to take care of her.
Protect her in my place, yeah?
Oh, come on, what's with this sentimental talk? It's not like we're gonna die any moment. Cheer up, buddy.
You're right. I'll see you around, Hugo. He gets up and leaves. The next time we see each other is weeks later. In that time frame, we had all prepared for our camping trip. Graduation was soon approaching, and some of us would go our separate ways. So we all got together. But I knew, because I could feel it. There's been another constant in my life. It is my only companion in this world. It clings to me so dearly. Despair. That gray-robed thing. I can feel its presence here. But this time will be different. I have the strength to fight now. I have the spirit to be brave. This time, I won't let anything happen. It was time. The final battle was here. And I was as ready as I'd ever be. But little did I know how events would unfold. Alaric and Isolde went their separate ways for a while. Serafina stood there. But Hugo was not himself. He fell into a crippling depression for a moment. I could feel it. And then a profound change began. I saw it. Gray robes. That creature. It was taking over Hugo. Serafina was swatted away. But she was Vanderlyn. I knew she'd end up being fine. It was best if she stayed out of this. Hugo. Who would have thought it would end like this? One final battle, huh? One world you couldn't leave me be. It had to end like this. You creature. You really have a taste for irony, don't you? Well, speak!
So, you found out, huh? How funny. And ironic, as you said, we meet again in this place. Just like all those times ago. You've been a good source for me to feed on, don't you know? It was quite an enjoyable story you had.
You parasite. Time and time again, I questioned whether I was hallucinating, whether I was going crazy. All those times when I was killing myself, it was you, wasn't it?
It might be. What do you know? Well, it was fun, I'll tell you that. It was exciting. Don't you get it? I really enjoyed that moment. You and your dad that one time. Still breaks my heart, you know?
I see. Well, this time will be different. This time, there will be no despair for me. You know who I am. I'm a wretched, insufferable human being. A nameless vagrant who's had everything robbed. I'm not worthy of anything. I don't deserve anything. In the end, I'm useless. I'm not worth the dirt. But you know, you're no different from me, you nameless wretch. I, of all people, know you do not have a consciousness. You have no will. You are a thing, a plague that I will rid now. Never again will I despair. Never again will I feel that clawing sensation of my blood dripping down my neck. And it'll all end here. I really am such a terrible human being. But I am also the nameless one. For the first time, the Vanderlyn, the nameless one, the left hand of God, transformed. And he became a multitude. He is the vicissitude of experiences itself, a cloying, unending darkness. And thus, the final battle began. Brutality the likes of which none could imagine. They broke through the local landscapes, hills shattering, trees uprooted. The entire local gauntlet shook in terror and frenzy. Hope? I don't need hope. Hope is merely despair that is acceptable. I'm special, you see? For once, I have seen something beyond. Can you see it? Can you see my glory? Do you know my name? Speak to me, you monster!
You dare! You! To kill me? An exciting story it is. Imagine the look of despair when you are the one who perishes at the end of this story. I'm drooling. What a sight that'll be.
You know, I really am jealous of you, Hugo Redgrave. In every world, you're always so outstanding. In one way or another, you find a way to stand at the very top of the world. You are worthy of being a scale that shatters the balance. I want to be like you. Where does your courage come from? Where does your willpower come from? Even if it's just for a second, I want to be like you. So, I won't give up. Never. Do you hear that, you creature? My name is Gaius, to rejoice, to be happy. I have finally found my purpose. There is a bright light. And suddenly, even you, nameless angel of despair, will fall before me. The entire landscape is changed as one of the mighty, the mightiest of spirits perishes. In those final moments, as the light devours the soul of the current chaos, his mind, he speaks. You go. I don't know what battle you're going through. This is the second singularity. Singularity B. Singularities don't often happen in worlds like this. That means that this version of you is even more special, more crucial. Even though I hate you, I want to kill you, I want to rip your spine out, I admire you. I want to be like you. And maybe one day, we can be friends. You can always find me, you know. I'll always be with you. When you see the entities from beyond, when you take your position as head, when you really become the scale that breaks the world, these memories will come to you. They will return to you. I know you'll do it, because you're amazing. As much as I hate to admit it, you really are an amazing guy. End.